All right, and level 2 is your exhibiting knowledge of the counting technique. So let's take a look at a couple examples here. So number 3 says, assuming that zip codes have 5 numbers in them, the first number cannot be 0. How many different zip codes are possible? Okay, so our zip code, so there's 5 different numbers. And I could use numbers 0 through 9. That gives me 10 options. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10 different numbers that I could use. Except for the first one, I can only use numbers 1 through 9. So that's 9 options. So in my first space in my zip code, I have 9 different options that I could use. I'm not saying that I'm using the number 9. I'm saying I have 9 options. In the second blank, I'm going to have 10 different options because that second blank can now be a 0. So I have this first category that I could put in there. The third blank could also be 10, same with the fourth and the fifth. So all you're going to do now is multiply 9 times 10 times 10 times 10, which is going to give you 90,000 different possibilities for zip codes if the first number cannot be 0. Okay, number 4, a bakery sells 6 different types of bread. Joe orders 3 loaves of bread. In how many ways can he place the order? So in A, we said if he can order the same type of bread more than once. So if I'm ordering 3 loaves of bread, and I have 6 different options to choose from. So that first blank, I have 6 different options. Now the second loaf of bread that I place, I could also place that same loaf of bread, so I still have 6 options. And same thing for the third one. I can place the same loaf of bread 3 times. So I can buy like 3 loaves of wheat bread or sourdough or rye, or I could place 3 different loaves. The whole idea is that there are 216 different ways that I could order these loaves of bread. Okay, now if I order 3 different types of bread. So again, I have 6 different options to choose from in the my first order. The second order, I only have 5 because I can't order that first loaf of bread at the same time. And then it just goes down from there. Okay? Because now I've taken, in the last one, I've already ordered 2 loaves of bread, and I can't order the same 2 loaves in my last order. So that's why it's 4. And then you're just going to multiply 6 times 5 times 4, which is going to give you 120. So there are 120 ways to order 3 different types of bread. Okay, and then last one, number 5. How many ways can 6 people line up in a row? Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the first spot, 6 different people could start in that first spot. In that second spot, okay, the same person can't be in the first spot and in the second spot. So now there are 5 different people that could line up in the second spot. Same thing in the third spot. I can't have the same person in the first and the second spot. So now I have 4 people left that could be in that third spot. And same thing going down the line. There are only 3 people left to line up in the fourth, 2 people left to line up in the fifth, and then your last one is just going to line up in the sixth. So I'm going to multiply 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And that's going to give you 720. Okay, go on to the next page, and this is going to help you just learn a trick in your calculator. Okay, so your note says a factorial is defined as a product of an integer and all its integers below it. So basically what we just did, we did 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And we did that all in our calculator. Now if that number, like 6, say that was 20, and you had to multiply all those numbers down the line, that's going to take a long time. So what we do is we call it a factorial, and that's symbolized with an exclamation point. So 6 factorial is going to equal 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. In the example, it also has another one. 4 factorial is equal to 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and that's going to equal 24 when you multiply them together. Okay, you can also do this in your calculator. If you put in 6 and then hit the math button, just where you do like the fractions, but instead of hitting a fraction, you're going to scroll over to the right to probability, PRB, and then the option 4 is going to be an exclamation point. So go ahead and hit enter, and then hit enter one more time, and you should get the answer of 720, which was the same thing that we did get when we multiplied 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, all in our calculator. But so if you want to keep on doing that, that's fine. If you want to use a shortcut, either way, but I just wanted to show you that for future reference.